What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. You got myself, Tommy. You got Akeem here and a Bib here. We got a big Super Sunday. Arsenal versus Chelsea. We've been looking forward to this, man. It's a tense game though. Tense game. I think I'm gonna title this statement game incoming because obviously for Chelsea, it's a big game for like the top four race, and for Arsenal, obviously, it's a big game for like the title race. You wanna, I think City will probably play before you, and regardless of whatever the scoreline is, you still want to win that game, especially being at home. But before we get started, I know you both have a lot to say. Bib, you wasn't here on Sunday for a recording, so I don't know how you always seem to get away with it every time Chelsea lose or draw. But we got you here. But look, before we get started, people, if you could please subscribe to the channel, click the like button, turn on your notifications to know whenever we upload. What else? Just comment, man. Let us know what your thoughts are, what your predictions are ahead of Sunday. Do you think Arsenal's going to win? Do you think Chelsea takes point off them? Yeah, we'll be interested to get your thoughts. I think we're going to start with you because you wasn't here on Sunday. It's not ideal going into the game with Arsenal away from home, getting a draw at home to the Burnley. One is going to knock the players' confidence. Then secondly, the red card for Fofana. I think that red card was detrimental not just for that game, but for this game coming on Sunday, because I think he would have been key because he done really well in that Carabao Cup semi-final. I think he played centre back. I don't know what formation you were doing. You initially started off at 5, but I thought he played really well in that game, man. And he tends to do well. Him and that Chalobah partnership tend to like that. I think that's the best you actually got really out of all that. You've used different combination. I do think those two are the best you've actually got. So it's detrimental to the game on Sunday as well. So how are you feeling ahead of the game?
Yeah, there's two parts to that. So the first part is obviously us drawing to Burnley, right? You would think it's not the best preparation for a big game against your rivals. And then I thought that too. But then Arsenal lost to the team that's below Burnley, drew with the team that's below Burnley in the table.
It felt like a loss.
And they want them to beat their biggest rival. So, and I like numbers, I like patterns. So if the pattern repeats, hey, Chelsea are in business, right? However, what you did say is a big thing, and that's that Fofana injury, because he's someone where... No, sorry, suspension. Yeah, sorry, suspension, not injury. Yeah, he's not even arguably, he's our best, at least centre back, maybe not defender because Reece James is there, but he's our best centre back, and it's such a crucial position because when you can see when he's not there, the team looks a little bit shaky. They lack his aggression, so we can't, press as high, be as front foot as we like, and the options to replace him, they're not optimal. So that is a big loss, don't get me wrong. And especially in a game against Arsenal where our record, excuse me, our record isn't the best. Tommy was reminding me earlier, it's been a long time since we beat them. But hey, Undertaker once went, 25? I know at WrestleMania, but eventually, even the Undertaker had to lose at WrestleMania. So one thing about streaks, one thing about records is that they're there to be broken. And what better time to break it than this Sunday to put a dent to your title hopes and give City the advantage. So listen, obviously Fofana is a big miss, and obviously when you see that we've drawn back-to-back games against relegation fodder, it sounds like we've been playing terrible. It's been the end of the world. But realistically, sorry, sneezing.
Bless you.
Thank you. It sounds like it's been the end of the world. But realistically, if you actually watch our games, we've actually been playing really well lately. And I think the issue is we've probably been playing so well that complacency sits in. So players, They're not taking their chances as much. They take their foot off the gas. They're a bit less intense, those kind of things. But I feel like even though the results are getting worse, weirdly, the performance is improving. So I believe for sure that we have every chance to play Arsenal and beat them. You know, when we lost both games in the Carabao Cup, the first leg, Rossinha was only a few days into the job. The second leg, obviously, I don't like to use excuses, but we was an injury-ravaged team, right? It's not an excuse. You guys beat us fair and square, right? But with our players, most of our players back, a bit more fit. Reece James back. Cole Palmer's got a few more games under his belt. Pedro Neto will be there as well. João Pedro on form as well. I think we can put up a really good fight. And it's not like Arsenal have been on the best of forms lately as well. Even though you beat Tottenham, I'm sure you guys mentioned it in your podcast, right? Like Tottenham are dreadful. I mean, Eze's last goal was the hat-trick against Tottenham, and his next goal was against Tottenham again. So it's like beating Tottenham isn't the scariest thing in the world, right? So I do believe we can do it, but look, our record against Arsenal is spooky, right? So it's not going to be easy. Arsenal are top of the table for a reason. But yeah, I just hope my boys in blues, please don't let me down again. Hopefully, yeah.
Okay. To add a bit of context, the last time you beat an Arsenal, the good thing is 2021. It was away from home.
Mm.
It was away from home, so it wasn't at home. It was away from home, and I think you beat them 2-0 away from home. It was 2021. That's the last time you beat them. To add another positive spin for you. Bear in mind, we was going there. Man United went there without winning at Emirates since 2017. Now he was able to get something done. I'm not saying you're us, but just trying to add a bit of like positive to it. As you said, yes, it's not as if Arsenal are ungrateful themselves to beat Spurs. No, it's Spurs. No one going to get into Spurs at the moment because that team is a shambles. But yeah, so and to be fair to you, you haven't exactly been in that bad form. But I just thought the draw and the manner of the draw takes a lot out of the team mentally going into that kind of game, and you will need. Because your next run of games is quite difficult anyway. So, and this is the first game of many of like 5-6 where you've got Arsenal, you got should we say the traditional top 6: Arsenal, Spurs, United, Man City, and Liverpool. So you've got all those games coming up within the next how many weeks? So this is the first our many. So if there's any motivation that you need to get through those other games, this is the best part for you. Having said that, Akeem, how confident are you that you turn them over?
Now, I wouldn't say nervous. I would say I am fairly confident that we get the W. And that's because one, our record at Chelsea against Chelsea, home or away. Two, we our defense again, and our defense again. I think our defense is better than their attack. Just slightly, just ever so slightly. I think the midfield is about 50-50, and I think our attack and your defense is about the same as well. So that's why I'm a little confident, because I believe that our defense can, if not shut you out, but limit you to maybe half chances, or if you do get a clear-cut chance, maybe one goal, then we could probably go and get two. So that's how I pretty much at this moment in time see the game going. But then again, I have to remember that Chelsea they're always up for big games. Like it's the teams that are lower down the table, like the Leeds, the Burnleys, and etc. That's where Chelsea normally slip up, because they are a young team, they lack a lot of experience and they do get complacent, like we mentioned a few moments ago. So I'm fairly confident. I'll say 60-40 that I will get the win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that your defense might win the game. If we are analyzing like each position, I think you're right. I don't think in terms of the attacking line, it's slightly balanced. Sometimes if anything, I'll say Chelsea's a bit more potent than you. If anything, then in the midfield area, I'll say that's 50-50 as well. But I would say you're a bit more solid in that midfield area. I think you're a lot more physical than them in that area. I think in terms of quality going forward, they'll probably have the better quality going forward, from my opinion anyway. But in terms of like the physicality getting across the pitch, making tackles, I think you've got that. But on the balance of things, I'll slightly edge your midfield ahead of them. And then in terms of the defense, I don't think it's a competition when it comes to the defense, really. Arsenal's probably got one of the best defense in the world, yet alone the league. And Chelsea are defending like, who should I say, really? But yeah, at the moment, I think you played all the relegation team where you conceded in almost every single game. Of those teams, you didn't even keep a clean sheet. You played West Ham, you conceded 2 goals at home. You played Leeds at home, you conceded 2 goals at home against Leeds, and you conceded against, even when you went away to Wolves, I think you conceded as well, although you won that game, and then conceded again to Burnley over the weekend. So if they're getting goals, I don't see how you shut Arsenal out. I think your best bet is just you have to score more than them. That's how I see it going. Having said that, what do you think is the key position for you, Abib, in terms of getting something out of the game?
I mean, I think you literally hit the nail on the head. The thing that worries me the most is the defense on both sides, because, like you said, with Arsenal, their defense is strong, so you're not going to get many chances. So it's, can we be clinical? And I think the one thing I would criticize with us is, although we've got a talented attack, I wouldn't say we're a clinical team. I feel like Arsenal are actually, that's something you guys have got to your credit. Like, sure, sometimes the football may not be the most free-flowing in the world when it comes to your attacking play, but I feel like you are a clinical team. Like, look at your match against Tottenham, right? Gyökeres's goals, deadly. Eze's goals, he's not missing as well. Clean, clinical. With us, sometimes we like to play with our food a little bit too much, and that's why we suffered with Burnley. I think there was a chance where Palmer was through on goal and he could have put us 2-0 up, and that would have killed the game. But he took the shot early and he didn't really analyze his options properly. So sometimes we can lose focus. And I think the big thing is that defensive problem, because without Fofana, and remember, Cucurella is injured as well. So remember, without our 2 best, I think Reshape is there as well, but still, like, those are 2 big guys to have missing from the defense, right? I think probably potentially most likely we've got a new guy. I forgot his first name, but we've got Sarr. He came from Strasbourg.
Oh, Malang Sarr.
Yeah, you called him back, right? I think did you call him back from his loan?
Yeah. We called him back from his loan. To be fair, I like the look of him. He played against Hull. Obviously, it's only Hull, but I like the look of him against Hull. He was tidy. He was doing well for Strasbourg. He was part of that Senegal AFCON winning team as well. But obviously, this is Arsenal, right? This is the top of the Premier League, so you can't judge them too much. But I can't lie, our options outside of him ain't the best. So he's probably automatically already the second or third best centre back. Like, it's not like he's trying to dislodge Gabriel Saliba. He's trying to dislodge Buddy Shile and Chalobah. It's not like he's got much competition like that, to be honest. And even Hato, like, he's been up and down in his start as well. So I think that's the main issue. I'm not sure if we can be able to stay solid enough, and I'm not sure if we've got the maturity to be able to avoid any defensive mishaps. So we're just hoping that our attack is clinical enough to take the chances that do come to us, because also recently, Arsenal, even though they are very, very strong as a defensive unit, recently they have been making a few individual mistakes lately that have been a bit uncharacteristic. But so I feel like we will get an opportunity. It's whether we can be clinical or not. And if we are clinical, can we keep them away? Can we not make any silly mistakes ourselves as well? So I think those will be the key areas of the game.
Yeah, I think for you, it's important you stay in the game as long as possible. I think you've already alluded to the fact that in the recent games, Arsenal have been prone to making mistakes, and even if you were to go a goal down or so, it's just important just to still stay in the game because they might give you a gift. Some reason they tend to be nervous at the back, are making it individual errors. And aside from that, even if you're not even relying on their errors, you do have the quality in terms of your attacking players to get a goal out of nothing. Any one of them has got that quality on any given day, really, to get a goal out of nothing. So you just got to stay in the game. I'm quite intrigued to see what game plan it goes with, because obviously after there's a Carabao Cup that he won with 5 out the back, tried to contain Arsenal for as long as possible, and then started to like make changes in the second half to go for the game. How do you think he approaches this game this time around?
This is what I'm genuinely really interested to see, because I think this, I'd say, is his first big test. I think the only one you could say was kind of close was maybe the game against Napoli, but I feel like Napoli and Arsenal are two, with all due respect to them, are two different kettle of fish. I think this is the biggest game he's had. The Carabao Cup games, there were caveats. The first leg, he'd been in there for like a couple of days, 2-3 days, so you can't judge him on that. The second leg, we're losing it, and we had a few injuries that game as well. So he has to approach it a bit more pragmatically, right? This is how we see, like, can you coach in the big games? Can you set us up to go toe to toe with the best? When we had Maresca there, he was a kind of manager who he wasn't scared when it came to the big teams. I don't think anyone can forget that press conference when they said, "Oh, do you accept that PSG are going to have more of the ball than you?" And he's like, "Who said that? Who said that?" So he wasn't afraid to go toe to toe with the big teams. So we'll see how Rosinha approaches it, but he does look, from what I've seen, like a very brave manager. I've watched a few games of Strasbourg versus PSG as well, and with Strasbourg, he did take the game to them as well. So I'm thinking it's going to be more of the same. I think we are going to be brave. I think we are going to be really, really intense and get in Arsenal's faces, and I think we're going to try and take the game to them as much as possible. And look, one thing that works in our favour is that when you're playing a team like Leeds, Burnley, you do need to motivate the players. When it comes to Chelsea versus Arsenal, you don't need to motivate.
You don't need to motivate nobody.
If anything, you need to do the opposite, because they start you need to do the opposite.
Yeah.
So they'll be right at it. So I think it will be interesting to see if Rosinha can out-tactic Arteta. But I do think he's going to try his best to take the game to them. I don't think he's just going to try sit back, soak up pressure, and hit them on a counter-attack. I think he's going to want to play on the front foot. So we'll see how that goes.
Kim, same question for you. How do you think your manager will approach it, but how would you like him to approach the game?
I think it'll probably be more of the same. With how we've been approaching majority of the games this season. Our manager will try to set up the team to control, not contain, but control the game. When we won't try and contain Chelsea, we'll try and control control the ball, control the tempo, control the intensity, and make Chelsea try and play to our rhythm. And it will be for Chelsea to try and disrupt that. And I think Chelsea do have the tools to do that. They have quality players, especially in that midfield. Like everyone knows how, as much as I like to make fun of Caicedo and hype up the Caicedo, he is a midfielder that I rate highly. Like so that will be that area of the pitch will be very interesting again with Caicedo, Enzo, and is Palmer fit this time?
Yeah, he should be fit.
So he's not hiding this weekend, no?
Okay,
so
he needs to stand out. Even I can't defend him lately, so he needs to shut up the haters this time round.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You guys have got players that that can disrupt our rhythm, can disrupt our flow, and take the game away. Wait, what? Sorry, go on.
Yeah. I'm sorry, even Andre Santos as well. He's been
I'm liking him as well, especially this season. He's physical, good on the ball, likes to get his foot in there, and he's actually a very good player. I underrated him last season and coming into this season. I didn't see much of him last season. I thought he was who's this guy? But this season he's really shown me a lot when he's played. So yeah, him and I think him and Caicedo, that midfield pairing is actually a solid midfield pairing. They're both physical, both good on the ball, both got good engines. So yeah, like I said, that midfield is going to be intense. Obviously we would definitely need to play with Rice and Zubimendi. This is a game where okay, Arteta, where play both of them. We don't need to play one or the other. You need to play both of them, and it's who partners them in that who makes up the trio. Is it Eze or Odegaard? I'll prefer Eze.
Really?
But yeah, man, I'm tired of Odegaard, man. But
I'm just thinking from a defensive point of view, because I know prior to that recent Tottenham game, he was getting a lot of flack for his off the ball work. So I was curious what you thought about that as well.
Yeah, but I thought Rice and Zubimendi platformed him well. Like I said, we dominated Tottenham without being at our best, without being exceptional. But like it was Tottenham in it, so it shouldn't have been. And that Tottenham team, it shouldn't have been difficult to dominate them. So, but I thought that was the perfect game for Eze to get his confidence up. The Rice and Zubimendi just solid, wasn't too adventurous. And I think that's what they're going to need to be again on Sunday. Not be too adventurous. Not. We don't really need you to bomb forward. Both of them anyway. We don't need both of them to continuously bomb forward like they have been doing all season. Hold your position, hold your zones, stay in there and marshal and look after the defense and look after that midfield and win your duels. That's what I'll expect from the midfield. Yeah, it's gonna be intense.
Yeah, no, it should be. And look, let's just go in terms of like standout player. Where do you think? Are we all actually? I think we slightly agree on this. Are we all agreeing that the defense will slightly win either the team the game or get something out of the game?
Yeah, it's whoever makes the least mistakes, I think.
I agree with that. I think it's just who's got the least amount of bozo genes on the day.
All right. Score. Let's do a lineup first, and then we go with scoreline. What will be your lineup, Akeem?
So definitely Raya. Even though I still haven't forgiven him for what he did against Wolves, I solely blame him. Because it's either you come out and knock out Gabriel and win the ball, or you leave Gabriel to deal with it. And he did neither. Like your keeper should have taken Gabriel's head off. If you're coming for that ball, take Gabriel's head off.
I feel like Raya's got credit in the bank though.
Yeah. With me anyway. With me. This season he's been performing, but the previous seasons, last season he did well. I'm not gonna slate him. Last season he did well. When he first came in, I didn't think he was making enough saves. I was disappointed that I thought our defense was bailing him out more than he was helping our defense. Yeah. I thought but last season and especially this season, he's pulled his weight. So I get what you're saying. He's got credit in the bank, but that mistake I just can't get over it. But I would like Timber at the right back, Gabriel, Saliba of course, and Hincapié. He's coming into his own. It's taken him a little while to find his feet in this league. but we're seeing how solid he is, especially defensively. He's not as good. He's not as chaotic as Calafiori going forward. I still feel Calafiori is better on the ball and better in an attacking sense. But Nkapie, he's earned his spot, so I wouldn't mind seeing him keep it. Midfield pairing of Rice and Zubimendi with Eze as our creative outlet, Saka on the right, Trossard on the left, and Gyökeres up top. That's the starting lineup I would go with.
What about you, Habib?
Yeah, so goalkeeper picks itself. Rob Sanchez. Reece James played against Burnley as well, so it looks like he's fit as well. So Reece James right back, probably Chalobah and Mamadou Sarr centre backs as well. Just haven't really got any other better options really. So I think definitely, I don't think it's going to be Tosin. I think he made a few mistakes.
Who did you say left back? Who are you putting left back?
Oh, I haven't done left back yet. I was saying centre back. I was saying I don't think it's going to be Tosin because I think he looked a bit shaky against Burnley when he came off the bench, so I doubt he'll be trusted. Left back's probably just going to have to be Joro Hato. He's been okay, but he's just been a bit up and down, really. So
yeah, he's inconsistent, isn't he?
That's it, inconsistent. But he's got quality in him.
Yeah,
and hopefully in a big stage like this, hopefully he can rise to the occasion. In midfield, it's going to be Santos and Caicedo. I really like that. I'm really liking watching Santos play. He's just a quality footballer, press resistant, so intelligent. I think he's really finding his form, his confidence under Rosinha, because he was his manager back in Strasbourg as well. So that definitely makes sense.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And Rosinha managed Sarr as well. So there you go, right? And then recently what he's been doing is he's been playing Enzo, like not really left wing, but like left half space basically, and then he'll have the left back overlap. And I think that's because for all of Enzo's strengths, his weakness is kind of a bit defensive. So I think that's Rosinha's way of trying to mask some of his defensive responsibilities with Caicedo and Santos behind him, and just have Enzo do what he does best and just kind of dictate games and go further forward. So probably going to be Enzo and then Palmer in the middle as well, and then Pedro Neto on the right, and then my man João Pedro up top as well. So I think it's a solid team, especially attacking wise. It's just the defense that just concerns me a little bit. But yeah, all we can do is
yours is Gyökeres, Saka. Who's on and is it Trossard?
Trossard, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's I think both teams going forward is quite balanced, especially based on like what we've seen of both teams this season. Anyway, should we say? So it's gonna be a tight game. And in terms of like scoreline, what we saying? Are you putting your neck out a bit?
Yeah, always, man, always. I've got to back my world champions, right? If you can't back your world champions, who can you back?
That Butlins Cup.
That gold badge on my chest, yes. That one. That gold badge, yes, that we wear proudly. I think I'm gonna go 2-0. I think I'm gonna go 2-0.
2-0.
Hey!
Upon all the talks about your defense being weaker, you don't think they can score?
I think we've learned our lesson, and you know what they say, right? Sometimes attack is the best form of defense, isn't it? So I'm gonna go 2-0.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll beat them 2-0 as well. I think we can shut Chelsea out, and just reduce them to half chances. So I'll predict 2-0, at worst probably 2-1. Because they do have quality. Palmer, like I said, he's back. And he's a player that I do rate, even though this season he's been pants this season. He has been pants this season. I know injuries has got a lot to do with it, but still, certain games where he has been playing, I've thought, I've only really seen him play like maybe 2 or 3 good games, and it wasn't even the whole game. It was like in moments. So
yeah, He's had glimpses recently, but like you said, it's not been a whole game. It's just been moments, maybe a half. So
but he could like I said, it could just be a crazy 5-10 minutes, and he just turns it up and produces magic. Same as Neto, same as Pedro, because he's a player. As a footballer, I rate him highly, João Pedro. I don't really rate him as a striker, but as a footballer, as an attacking footballer, as a creative footballer, I think he's one of the best in the league.
He did do well in that second leg though. I feel like he didn't really have much support, but I feel like his hold-up play against Gabriel and Saliba.
Fair. Yeah. He gave Gabriel some headaches a couple of times in that game. So,
I think he was the best player on the pitch on that day. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, fair.
He didn't really have much support for him.
Yeah, it just didn't. Yeah, it didn't material. Don't get me wrong, it didn't materialize into anything. But I felt he dealt with them both centre backs. Whenever it didn't matter, it didn't really matter which one he was going up against. I think he had more better Saliba than Gabriel, but he just overall he had a really good game.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I agree. I agree. He was annoying me. So yeah, and that's normally a telltale sign of when a player's playing good against my team is when they are getting on my nerves. So yeah.
Okay. No. Can't wait and see. You have to wait and see because, as I said, it's a pressure game for different reasons for both teams. Really, obviously for Arsenal, title race, for Chelsea,
top 4,
knowing that United's at home, Liverpool's going to be at home. So potentially, if you lose, we can potentially go 6 points ahead of you. Because at the moment we're 3 points ahead of you, and if you lose, then Liverpool goes 3 points ahead of you. So I don't mind. As I said, initially I wanted you to beat them, but now knowing what the table is like, I can't lie to you. I want an Arsenal win or a draw. That's what I want.
We can't have a draw. A draw is just as bad as a loss for us right now.
What, you're not taking a draw at home right now against them?
No, nah, we can't.
Did you take a draw, Abib?
In all honesty, it's from just the pure points wise, it's kind of the same. We do need to win, right? Like a point's not going to do much for us. The only thing we'll do is I just won't get bullied as much if we draw compared to if we lose. But if we just think purely footballing, we actually need to win because before, if we were to beat Leeds and Burnley, then we could have afforded to draw. But because we've dropped points against these teams, we need to make up for that now. So this is the situation we put ourselves in. So we have to deal with the cards we're dealt with.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying in terms of like the different pressure for different reasons for both teams. And you dropping points against Leeds and Burnley has had more pressure into this game. And rightly so, you alluded to earlier on that I don't think you need to get them up for this game. Like if they struggle to get up for the game, then they shouldn't be there. They really shouldn't be there. These are the games that you don't really need to get them up for. And you can see the last few games you both played, there's a bit of needle between those both teams. There's been like a red card as well with Caicedo. Caicedo always having to go up against Rice, and Rice having had the better of him in the last couple of games. So there's a bit of needle there, and then I'm sure they will want to get something out of the game. And even last game, was it Rosino had the altercation? Was it the Arsenal players when I was trying to when I was warming up in like your own half, which he discussed in his press conference. So yes,
okay, I think
quick question, Habib. Quick question, Habib. What did you think about that? Because if my manager did that, I'd be like, "What are you doing, bro? What did you think?"
I don't really have an opinion on it. I thought if they're being disrespectful, he's got a right to tell them to go away, innit? Like, I don't really have an opinion on it, to be honest.
I thought it was a bit cringy. If Arteta did that, I'd be like, bruv, go back to your dugout, bruv. Stop, leave them, let them practice what they're practicing.
I just don't like the way
if they are interfering within their space, then have every right to say get into your area. Really, that's if they are. But if they're not doing anything to like interrupt your preparation, then that's not necessary. But obviously, not sure whether there's any video evidence of it or not. I don't know.
That's it, yeah. Because we don't know. I'm just gonna assume the first thing you said, right? So that's just what I went on it. But I don't really like the way the media portray. They just portray Rossini like he's this peak. Like, did you hear in this press conference he said, "Oh, like the marking assignment was failed." I didn't think anything over at all. Like, I didn't think any of you over it. And now I'm seeing everyone in the media saying, "Oh, like you don't talk to the players this way. Like you're gonna lose their respect." I'm like, these guys, like they think he's like 12 years old. The way they're talking about him is so mad. Is crazy. It's honestly crazy.
That's the media for you though. That's the pressure you get in this big games. I think we talked about when you go into this big club, one of the key attributes you need is being able to deal with the media, because you have to be careful with the wording that you use. They're going to scrutinize every little thing you do. So but winning games like this does keep them quiet, and it does give you a lot of credit in the bank. So if he does want that, he needs to go away to Arsenal or win.
Yeah. Good question. Who's Man United got this weekend?
Away at home to Palace.
Yeah, we have to win.
That's what I thought. That's what I'm saying. It's a pressure game for you. It's like for both teams. Like obviously Arsenal wouldn't wanna lose, because obviously they've got City's got Leeds away. Don't get me wrong, that's a difficult game, but if City was to go there and win, even if City doesn't even get the 3 points, it's an opportunity that you won't want. You've missed so many opportunities.
Exactly.
To, add pressure. So win or lose City doesn't really change the agenda for the game on Sunday.
Exactly.
And it goes for Chelsea as well. Win or United win or lose or whatever it is, it doesn't really change. I guess it doesn't for you really, because one, you know that draw wouldn't take you out of there. I mean, out of 3 points or 2 points instead of 6 is different for you guys. So, for Arsenal, I don't think it really changes much. They will want to win regardless. But
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, though, for Arsenal, even if they lose, it's still in their hands technically. I think it's just more this. You know,
we got to go away to City.
But it is in your hands, though, right? Like,
still in their hands. Yeah.
If we lose and City win, it's 2 points. Right now,
it's in your hands regardless, even if you lose.
Yeah, even if Man City go above you.
Yeah, you still got to go away to City.
You still got to go away to City. No, I hear you. I hear you.
At the moment, the league is in both of your hands. It's in your hands and City's hand.
Yeah.
That's more in your
hands. I want is that game at City, April the 18th. Marks in my calendar. It has to mean something.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be, you're already 4 points or 5 points clear. It's got. I want it to be a point or two. And I want to see war on that pitch. That's the script I'm writing, and I'm sticking to that script.
He's just bloodthirsty, man. He's just
Bro, if my team is not involved, I want to see entertainment to the very end. I want every fan base to be sweating.
And that's the opposite of what I want.
I want to see every single one of your fan base, every single one of City fan base sweating to the very end. So I just want to see entertainment, bro. So I can't wait, man. But so look, just do us a favor, get a draw, get a win. Just don't let Chelsea win the game. That's it.
What happened? I thought before you were all.
I'll be back. I'll be back on your side after this week. Sorry, I'll be back on your side after this week.
Habibi should know when it comes to whatever's good for Man United, that's what he wants.
I've got to focus on that first and foremost. I'll be back on your side.
We watched Liverpool play. We were cheering them on to lose together. I thought we were going to do the same thing against Arsenal, me and G. Yeah. You know what? It's all right. I'm gonna have to back my team on my own. It's okay.
I'll be watching the game with you anyway on Sunday, so don't worry. We'll be back on. All right, cool. Any final words before we jump off?
Just Chelsea, please.
Yeah, same. Arsenal, please, just win. Just win.
You know what? It's funny though, because both of your tone is slightly different from the one we did earlier on the season. You both was very confident, but now you're both quite mellow. Although you are still fairly confident, but it wasn't as like, how should I say? It wasn't as brazen as it was in the previous game. So now I can tell you both are slightly nervous, but you still believe
it's because there's so much on the line for this one.
I guess
that's what it is. That's where it is. It's that time of the season where it's make or break. Like I said, a point doesn't do anything for us.
Yeah. So, I guess. I just need us to win so I can enjoy the game properly. We win, and we win, and
easy. You'll win.
I'll enjoy the game properly. But yeah, now we'll see how it goes, man. We'll be back on Sunday anyway for end of week review as normal. Thanks, people. Thanks for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click the like button, turn on your notification to know whenever you upload. And comment, man. Let us know who you think is going to win, Arsenal or Chelsea, and where's the key bout on the pitch. Who's going to win this time? Declan or Caicedo? We'll see. All right, boys.
Nice one. Respect, bro.